loading them.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Ah!
I am addicted, I'm a slave. I got dirt that runs in my veins. I am a victim, I'm insane. I got a deadly spreading disease. I am addicted, I'm a slave. When it's after coming your way. I am a victim, I'm insane.
Hi guys. All right, we got it figured
Hi.
out. We're a little bit late today, but that's fine. I want to start. The first thing I'm supposed to say every show is that I have no credentials as far as the recovery profession field at all. Deborah is with us today. She is a peer support specialist, but nothing she says today should be taken as direct advice to anybody. So just to get that out there, we're so to yeah, stuttering. All right, woo. To specify a little bit about what I'm doing too with the calls out is I want to have some episodes that we don't have to censor ourselves. So we're only streaming live to YouTube and Twitch and the Podbean website and the Podbean live room. And then I'll publish them as episodes as well on the podcast sites and probably use clips of them, I would say, on social media. But as far as the actual episode right now, we don't have to worry about being kicked off or edited ourselves in any way. We can say whatever we want. We can talk about our specific drugs or journey or whatever. And I want them to kind of be a little bit more topic driven than my regular episodes as well. So I figured we would start off with doing one about relationships. So I know, Amanda, I love your hair. You joined late and I didn't get to see you before you started, but you look beautiful.
Thank you.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Amanda, we're gonna let you go first today.
Okay.
And relationships at its best right there.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Basically, I thought about this for a while, all yesterday and then a little bit today. But I think I'm just gonna speak on relationships. Like I know in addiction for me, I was addicted to heroin for 15 years, and I've never known what a healthy relationship was. Like I had no clue what a healthy relationship was. Obviously, I didn't even know how to take care of myself, so I couldn't even fathom what a relationship could look like. So I think for me, when I was in all those relationships, this is going to sound really bad, I think it was just instant gratification on just for me. And I know that sounds selfish, but if you really think about it, like when you're out there, you're not even caring about yourself. So you're definitely not going to care about who you're with. And I know
Absolutely.
that sounds bad and pretty straight to it, but I had no clue what a relationship looked like. But I have not touched any opiates, nothing like that since November 7th of 2018. And the person that I'm with now, he has never been in trouble. He has never been in trouble a day in his life. He used to be a correctional officer. So like it's a huge, it's a huge difference. Yeah, big difference. As to what I thought that I even liked, because back then I thought that, getting money or selling drugs and all that, I thought that was attractive. Okay. Right. Because that's what I surrounded myself with, so, and I never even really knew what I liked or didn't like. But
Right.
now the relationship that I'm in now, like, of course, he's never been in trouble a day in his life, and we're 3 years in, and he's still showing me off on Facebook stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never did that. Seriously. Like, but he's not embarrassed of any one of my flaws that I'm embarrassed of.
Right.
So like, just, I don't know, like just sober, real relationships is a huge difference. But once you get sober, I feel like you can decide what boundaries you want to set, what you want, what you want to get out of this relationship. Like I know for me, like I know exactly what I want from our relationship, and I'm not scared to say it. Back then I was scared to say the wrong thing because maybe they would leave me and I couldn't get to their dope, or,
Right.
I needed a place to lay my head.
Yeah,
I can't tell this person how
absolutely.
I really feel. They're going to kick me out. I'm homeless again. I'm on
Right.
my fifth, sixth, seventh run,
Even the
you
things
know?
that they probably, I know I have personally experienced physical, mental, emotional abuse, all the stuff, withholding emotions, withholding, the drugs or money dangling above my head, like, and I stayed with these people for years, like,
Yes. Yes. And honestly, I think that a lot of us too get lost in who we are. So we think that we almost deserve that for what we're doing when we're running, or that that's like we've made that normal.
right.
That was normal for us. We never even seen the other side of what it could be. So we had no idea. We normalized that and let that be okay. And so for it's just so crazy the huge scale, different scale than I'm on now. But I know like so much of us lost an addiction, because I know and even people tune in here and they're still in addiction. Like
Yeah.
my biggest thing to say to anybody is like, if you're dealing with any type of, physical abuse, emotional abuse, thinking you have to stay because you need a place to stay, or thinking you can't say what you want because you are afraid of what's going to happen. Are you going to get beat up? Are you not? You know, is this person going to call the law on me? There's so many different things that we think of when we're out
Yes.
there, because, first of all, we are not worried about the right thing. But even if we are, we're scared. We're scared to get out. But the other side, guys, like it's such a blessing. It's such a humongous blessing. Yeah, that I never thought I was even worth it. Like I have so many insecurities about my weight and stuff, like just little stuff that when you get sober, you get bigger, and so like here I am with all this weight on me, thinking no man's gonna really care, or they're gonna be embarrassed to be with me. No, not even in the slightest bit, and it's great.
And never in your addiction, I know, never in my addiction, even me, like, we all think we look good or whatever, but I don't know, like, I never have been with any, I agree, that just never made me feel beautiful, like I
Yeah.
am just now in my adult, I'm 35 years old, and I'm just now learning to be okay with how I look, and I've been off work for like a month, and I have a little bit more weight on me than I usually do, and I hate it, like, and but I'm just not, but my husband, yeah, bless his soul, like he tries, like yeah. But never did I have that, like never did I have that.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, because it's different, like the people that we surround ourselves with today really care about us.
yeah.
Like it's I don't know. It's in even relationships, just like even in relationships like friendship, relationship like with my mom. My mom's sober now. I'm sober now, and like now we're besties. Who would have like,
Right.
so like you could just get little blessings back. Like my relationship with my son. Oh my God, girl, I couldn't even touch it. I couldn't touch it if I wanted to. That is my baby. He's 20, but he will always be my baby. And we have the best relationship today. And it's amazing. It's so awesome, dude. I thought, and that's another thing. Like for all the mommies out there struggling, and you think that your past has defined you, or you're not going to get the relationship back with your kids. All they want is a sober mommy. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all they want. I don't care at what age. I don't care. They just want us to be sober. They want us to show them different and then act on that. Put
Yeah.
action behind that, and not just say it and not do it, because I did that for many years.
Yeah.
But today, like, and he'll tell me, he's like, you've come very far, Mom. Like, I'm proud of you. And that is enough for me. That's
Yeah.
enough for me.
And I know, coming from both sides, like as a child that grew up with parents in addiction, my parents never even got clean or made the effort, to do better, and I still forgave them every time. You know what I mean? My dad in jail,
Mhm.
Christmas and birthdays, and like kids want to forgive their parents if you just try, like, yeah, I I'm a firm believer that if you just put in the effort to have a relationship, your kids will forgive you.
Yes, that's because honestly, I mean, because I'm the same way. My mom was in active addiction when I was a child, so I'm the same way. I get it, and all I just wanted her. I just wanted her, and now I'm 38 years old. I don't care. I still want her. I love her to death. That's my best friend.
Yeah,
We hang out all the time, and
it
I
doesn't
don't even
end.
mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I got my mom, the one that I've been wanting, and some people don't get that chance, and so I know I'm blessed. Just the little blessings, I know even when I'm struggling, my car's out again. Because sobriety, just because you're sober doesn't mean everything just a magic wand pops up and here
Never.
you go, you're great to go. You're financially stable. That's not how it works. No,
Nope.
but I mean, it is a little struggle being sober, but I wouldn't trade that for the struggle of being out
No.
there at all.
No, it's hard. Yeah, real life is hard. Like bills, and like I said, I've been off work. I got into a car wreck, and like bills are piling up, and you just have to learn how to deal with that. But and still, like you said, see, it's funny how now we see that. Before we would have seen that as a reason, like I'm gonna go get high because this is
Oh
too much.
yeah.
But today, we're laughing about it, like it's just how
Yes.
far
Oh
we've
yeah, because we
came.
use anything for a reason to get high. You know what I mean?
For sure.
My alternator's out. I need an ounce. I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
understand, like what logic we were even thinking. But I mean, at that time, it made perfect sense.
Right, the alternator money for the ounce too, and I don't even can't afford it, so
Yeah, which one should I get? Well,
it's for the
I guess
ounce,
I'll be
yeah.
walking. You know what I mean?
But
So,
even, friendships, like I have right now, we have these neighbors and they know who they are. They are amazing. They help us out. Like it's crazy how God put these people into your. It was actually their car that I was driving when I wrecked, and when I saw them, I cried. I was like, God, I'm so sorry. I rolled their car. I totaled it, and they were like, don't even worry about it. They've been nothing but like supportive, but like, and not only just about that, just they're great with our kids, like our out there, and I don't know, like we big gardens right across the fence all summer long. Like it just the kind of, and I've just never had those kind of friends where they just really anything that I've ever asked of them, like they just did it, like they've done it. I mean, anything to like borrowing money to like right, helping take my daughter to school, pick her up. She plays sports, and we had only one vehicle for a while, and they like helped with that. Like like family really is who you make it to be. I feel like
oh yeah.
because everybody's blood family, especially like some of us in addiction and stuff like where we've came from and the people that we've came from have let us down so much and still yet continue to not be there. And we have to form our own families, like our own communities or supports or whatever. And
Yeah,
thank
you
God
have
for 'em,
to. Absolutely. And I think that's like a big thing with this podcast also. Like it's an outlet for people. And it's been an excellent outlet for you, girl. Let's just say that 100% because my friend is out here killing it. Super proud. I couldn't even begin to tell you how proud. Like it's an outlet for people. Like people need a place to go where they can feel like secure or not judged, because like my my fiance never once has a family been in trouble, nothing
Right.
like that. So it's not like a normalcy. That's not normal.
Right.
He's like, babe, I don't know if that's normal.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, you're right. You know
Like
what I mean?
it's
I
not
don't know what
trying to
that
make me feel judged, but I'm
looks
like,
like.
I hate telling my stories because I'm like, you're judging me in your mind. Like, like, I know it.
Yeah. Yeah. But in all reality, I know he's never judging me, but it's just like, I
Right.
almost feel like, because he don't even know that. Yeah. That's what he always says. I don't know the old you. I don't even know who that is. I'm like, you're right.
My husband
You
said, I
know,
tell him, like, I can remember telling him, like, I literally on first date number one, I was like, I am on parole for like just got out of prison, like, all this stuff. And he like literally looked like he was about to shit his pants, but he was, he was just like, okay. But he even said later, he was like, I never like believed that, like, because we had met at work, of course I didn't say that to him before we were dating because, why would I? And, so, like he was like, I would never believe that, and he was like, literally, like the person that you're describing is not not the person that's in front of me right now. And I'm like, yeah,
Exactly.
for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. That's definitely the truth. And which I honestly think is that's awesome because for somebody to know me now and they're like, I can't even see that out of you. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, you come far then.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
come far then.
Like, not even believe it. Yeah. He was like,
For them not to even believe it. Oh yeah. I'm sitting pretty. I'm looking pretty good right now. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good about myself. That makes me feel great. Because I was offended and I was a piece of
anybody that
shit.
knew me before was like, nothing would have surprised them. You know what I mean? They're like, oh
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I just think that a lot of people are scared. It's very intimidating when you meet somebody and they're like, hey, like, I'm still in an active addiction, but you got all these years, and like it's so for this to be like a platform for everybody, like, because we're no different than anybody else, like, like at all. I don't care, like who you. Then there's people above me that has plenty years sober, and I'm like, and I look up to them too, but I get intimidated just as much.
Yep.
So for it just to be like a place where everybody can go and just feel welcome, because that's like the first thing I like hope everybody feels welcome when they come to this podcast, because I know that's a big thing for you.
Yeah, everybody, like I said, and I want like everybody. I was having a conversation with my cousin yesterday, like about whatever. I want anybody in any years of recovery, if they even just want to be clean, then come here, check it out. If when you're ready, reach out to somebody. If you're not ready for a month, that's fine. Every day somebody will talk to you, comment, message somebody, reach out, like, and anybody that practices any recovery pathway, like whatever you're doing to not pick up a needle or a crack pipe or whatever, hard, if whatever you got to do, man, you're welcome here. Like, just if you're not doing your drug of choice, then you're winning today, and I'm proud of you.
Oh heck yeah, absolutely, because that's a big thing.
Yeah, because I guess
I think that the first day might be the biggest part, the hardest part. You know what I mean? Because that's what you're used to. That's instilled in your brain.
I remember day one, and how hard and scary it was, and just being sick and knowing that I had to change and that something had to be different. And I didn't have back to relationships. Like, I didn't have anybody, any support or any kind of significant, not even just romantic, but any relationship significant in my life to support me and make me feel safe and welcome on my journey. So I think maybe the newcomers are the most important people, because
absolutely,
because they need it the most right now. Even us with years in recovery, we still need it, but like, not as bad as them.
I know.
When you're that new, you need it every day, every minute. You need somebody you could do this.
Somebody to believe in you, man.
Yeah.
Somebody to believe in you. And that's why I always like think to myself, like, I needed that one person to believe in me, and for me, it was a total stranger. Like, I went to SAP in Grant County Jail. And let me tell you something, I knocked that for the longest time. And they were like, go to SAP in jail. I'm like, no, you're crazy. I ain't doing this. No, I went there. I ended up loving it. I was a peer mentor. I loved it, man. I loved it. And it took that one stranger for an act of kindness to say, like, hey man, I see something in you, and you never know, that could be the one thing that might save somebody.
Yeah. And for someone to genuinely want you to succeed and it to be a stranger, like, and that's too, like, however you got to your career. I was something I was talking to somebody else about the other day too. Like, for some people it's jail. For me, it was jail. Like, I went to jail when I had my daughter in prison, and that's what had, for some people that has to be your beginning, or, the start to your journey. And that's fine. Whatever you got to do. Jail, homelessness, and whatever, under the bridge, you're welcome, because we've seen it all, man. Yeah, I've done it all. I've seen it all. If I haven't, you're not going to surprise me. I'll pat you on the back if you do. Like, you're welcome.
You wouldn't surprise me at all.
And
I think this is good.
I don't know.
I just really cut you off.
A lot of people don't have them relationships though. like even because like you said, and
No.
also he doesn't he's never been in trouble, never used drugs or anything like that. So I don't talk about it a lot. I stuff a lot of my past and but I think we do need relationships or platforms, outlets like this. Like I really do think that it has helped me significantly just in the past, month, just to feel better
Oh
about
yeah.
my past in my life. And I've been taking the peer support classes, whatever. And I really I was telling my story some yesterday, and it literally, like, the instructor was like crying, and I was like, yeah, my story really does suck, and to think how far I've came, like, against all odds. Like, that's how I see it. And maybe I'm gloating myself up or whatever, but like, it's seriously like
No.
odds were stacked against me, I feel, from the beginning. And so definitely, like, if I could do it, anybody could do it for sure.
Absolutely. And it's not absolutely, you're not hyping it up or making it baby. You know what I mean? That's no. You're just telling your story, and you needed that. You needed that. You needed this outlet. You did. We had talked
Yeah.
before it started. You juggle a lot. A lot. You've got 3 little ones. That's a lot already in
Yeah.
itself. And plus you're working, everything to stay afloat, and you stuff things, and that's not good for us
No.
anyway. Stuff things. So, just to find even if it was just somebody to talk to that day, I just suggest everybody finds that one thing, even if it's, a perfect stranger to talk to. Hey, you might need that.
Yeah.
I know I need that. I call my mom, where my poor fiance knows everything. I will, just whatever is going through my mind, I will say that shit. And
Yeah.
I,
We know I don't
because
have
I
no
got to get it
phone.
off my chest too.
Deborah, Victoria.
Hey, I'm telling you, some of the best times though, you guys, we all lived on that same street in Campbell County. You know what I mean?
I was explaining to my husband about the streets the other day, because I was like, we had to street where there was 5 bunks on the bottom because we had 5 friends. Like, and he was like,
Yeah.
"It's really important. Do you guys remember the hell we went through to get that street?" Like,
Yes, and fought for them. And fought for
Yes.
them. Fought for them.
Yes.
people out. Like, you've got to go. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Grumpy.
Eviction notices in jail. You got to get out, my friend. We're building the street. I don't care. You know what I mean? You got to go.
Even
It went like that. Yeah.
yeah.
tell the guards, don't put them on our street.
Yeah, no. They knew better too. Like,
It would be perfect. No, Deborah was the one to go to. She was the one to go to, girl, because she would be able to pull that clout. Okay, now we know we got our street. We're good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've got it. You got to keep your friends close.
Man. And that's what we're talking about. Like, we're talking about those relationships. And Amanda, I don't know if you're done, but I'm sure you can cut right back in. But like, even our dinners in there, you guys, like, we made the best out of ramen noodles and some beans, and rice, and we made sure that everybody included in there. Like, we went through some of the toughest times together. So when we look back at those toughest times, it's like, man, we look back and I don't know how I'm alive. I don't.
Yeah.
That I put myself through. But I think the biggest relationship for me that I had to work on, like, there's different kinds of relationships, there's people I work with, there's family, there's friends, there's that I had to work on a relationship with myself, because I wasn't no good for me. I was a liar. I was deceitful. I knew how to get my way, whatever it was. Like, I was on it. I mean, I knew what to do. We're not dumb people. We're smart people. We know what we want. You know what I mean? So I had to make sure that I could even trust myself before I could even worry about building a relationship or being good for somebody else. Like, am I even good for that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because that's when you do some self-evaluation, and I'm like, look at the shit I've done. Look at this.
Yeah.
I used to have to tell a lie and then make up 10 lies, and then I would forget them. And they're like, oh, well, you said this, like, I learned all that shit, and not everybody gets it back. They just don't. There's some bridges that's burnt they're not meant to be rebuilt. They always say that not every storm comes to destroy your path. Some comes to clear your path. And that's how I have to look at it, because not everything that's happened in my life is meant to be so harmful. But when I find the gratitude in it, then I'll be able to recover
Yeah.
and stay sober.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I know.
Sure.
You know what though? That was cool because I needed to hear that. Because I think that I focus so much on, all the hurtful things I've done to people. So now that I'm sober, I want to be able to fix that, but I can't. Like, so, and like you said, some things are not meant to be fixed. You know what I mean? But like me, I'm like, well, just come on. I want you to like me so bad. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
still the people pleasing in me. That's still,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to, because I think that I'm doing better. Somebody should just praise me for it. No, that's not how it
Yeah, you're
works.
like, I'm
You know what I mean?
sorry. I'm really sorry. And they're
Right?
like, I don't care. And I'm like,
Yes. But I really am sorry this time. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why
So,
they say the best form of a sorry is the action you put behind it. I don't got
oh
to go
yeah.
tell people sober. I don't got to go do anything. It's going to be my actions that they see it. And if they choose to forgive me, then that's on them. If that relationship come back and then it was meant to be,
Right.
that seeking validation, man, that's a big one in relationships or deceit or whatever. I used to, if I didn't, there was a void in me. There was a void in me, and I used to seek it wherever with
Oh
whoever
yeah.
I was going to find it. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
that was just a thing until I learned to love myself. I had to love myself because at the end of the day, what somebody else thinks about me is none of my business. It's
No.
not.
You're
If
absolutely
we
right.
lived this world to please somebody else, I'd be dead. I'd have
Oh
been
yeah.
high. I wouldn't have no sobriety. I'd have put another one in me and I'd have been off to the races. And they would have caught me when they caught me, or they would have buried me 6 feet under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's cold and hard and the truth. That's just it. You know what I mean? Because I know
Oh yes, true.
I had to
Sure.
stop. I had to stop counting the numbers of years I had or the days, and I had to start making my days count. Because it's not what
Yeah.
I do in those. It's not how many years I have sober. It's what I do in those years that matter. So if I
Mhm.
continue to help the next person, even if it's that one person, even if I don't care what the world thinks about me, you can't tell me nothing about me that I don't already know. Bitch, better Google, you know, better Google my ass. That's just how it is. And that's what I mean. I can go back and change none of that, but once I speak on that stuff, once I share my story, Leanna, and you can always share your story. It doesn't matter if somebody judges you when you share or anybody listen. If they judge me, that becomes their garbage. Because if
Right.
I keep that on my chest, it's like that big elephant in the room holding me down, and it becomes implosive. You know what I mean? So it's like it's eating at you from the inside. So when I tell my story, they want to pack it around. Congratulations. If you're not feeding me, fucking me, or financing me, don't worry about me. I'm sober today.
Right,
That's just
right.
it.
No, that's so true. That is really true, though.
No,
Seriously,
absolutely.
Yeah.
that is very, very true. You know what I mean?
And I,
Because I think,
yeah.
and even when you are sober, like for me, like I just said, like that's a huge thing for me. Like I'm like still trying to like. I want to make sure everybody's okay around me. I want to make sure everybody's happy around me. But you know what I mean? In all reality, I can't do that. Like, and I know that. So I'm like, oh, I can't please them all. That's my.
Right.
I say that all the time. But seriously, but like, because you really can't. You really
No, you can't.
can't. You know what I mean?
No.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
That's what I
matter.
said. Like, I
It
say,
doesn't matter. Somebody's always going to find something negative that we've done, right? I got
yeah.
lucky because the same guy I was with in Campbell County, I'm still with today. He didn't have to wait on me. I hurt him. You know what I mean? I harmed him. I did a whole lot of things that I'm not proud of. But had we not been through, and I say we because this is a we thing, we have to do this together. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
can't keep you sober. You can't keep me sober. We are each other's backbone. When we're having a bad day,
Oh
we
yeah.
reach out. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
But I know, like, he didn't have to. He didn't have to forgive me. He could have told me to kick rocks, Rooster.
Yeah.
That's just how it
I
is. Like, don't get,
I
don't
didn't
get
know
it.
how much you wanted to talk about your relationship, but yeah, because I know that when you were in jail, yeah, like that he was hurt at you, that you guys didn't have the whole time, communication steady and stuff because of that, because he was hesitant and hurt and just like I said, I guess hesitant because of the things that we've done. And and like you said, meant to be, though. Obviously God, kept you guys in each other's path for a reason, and he definitely knows what he's doing, but we just have to accept that relationships sometimes don't always happen on our terms, because I know how hard that must have been to sit there the whole time, alone, essentially, and I'm not, and feeling like he didn't care, I'm sure. And I'm not saying obviously that he did, because you guys are together, but that's how it feels in there. We feel alone, and like they don't care, and then for you guys to work it out, that says a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he fell in love with me when I was at my best. I was in the midst of a 10-year sobriety mark. And then gradually he watched me fall off. He asked me if I needed help, but I was so ashamed of my own fault that I didn't want him to know that I was falling off. But obviously, you guys, I mean, I was dope fiend sexy. Like, if you see my before and after picture, you can, like, and I look back, I'm like, damn, like. But when we're in the madness, we don't care. We don't care.
We think we're fine, bro. Yeah.
Girl. I went into jealous. I went into jail a size 0, you know what I mean, and come out like blown up. The blown up little Debbie cakes on the boxes.
Yes, that's me.
Yes. That was for real. When they call me Little Debbie, they don't call me Little Debbie for my health. I promise. Okay, you know what I mean? It was like when you all talk about the weight and stuff, like, and that's a big thing too. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I put on some weight. Yeah, I don't wear a size 0 anymore, but I'm not high.
Right.
Yeah. They not everybody. Not what's it saying? It says not everybody lives, and not everybody dies, but not everybody lives. Like,
yes.
That's real stuff, you know what I mean? Because
that is.
It took us to get where we're at, and it took us some hard falls. And I'd be damned if I let somebody take that from me, because at this point, it's my choice if I give that away. I don't have to. Oh, you say whatever about me? Well, congratulations. You don't hurt my feelings, because I already know.
Right.
At the end of the day, I don't have to bring myself out of my character. If you want to like me, then you like me. If not, then you probably really never took the chance to meet me. If you want to judge me by what you've heard about me, then you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And and I hurt people in jail too. You know what I mean? I just did. And I take that fault. You know what I mean? I do. I'm like, I already know, but at the same time, I mean, we do what we do. We do what we do.
Oh, yeah.
We make the best of every situation, no matter where we're at. And that's just that. And today, I mean, I get relationships with my babies.
Oh my God,
I
love that.
And had I not been sober, I would have never had that chance. I would have never had the chance to be there. I said that I was going to cut my granddaughter's umbilical cord. My kids didn't have to accept me back in. They love me unconditionally, regardless. But at the end of the day, they're their own persons, and I hurt them too. And what I come to realize is hurt people. And I have to give them them that chance to speak on it, to let that out, because it harms them just as bad. Like I let them say their piece, and man, they got some minds on them, and they can hurt you with some words that you never want to hear. But at the end of the day, I have to look back and be like, damn, they're right. I used to hate social
Absolutely.
services. I used to be like, social services took my kids, and I was like, Deborah, they never took your kids. They were saving your kids from you.
Right.
That was a hard one for me to actually sit down, because my kids were supposed to be safe with me. But when they did their job and protected my kids from me, it took me a few years to buy that one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But
absolutely.
Time, had I not been doing what I was doing, they wouldn't have been able to do it anyways.
Right.
Exactly.
They wouldn't have.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my goodness, no.
Tiny baby.
Oh my God, no. I love it. No, stop. How old is she?
She'll be 3 weeks Monday. I get to be present today. You know what? I think that's the biggest thing. And at the Cloth Estate, I got my kids back. I was the one that messed that up again. And then when I got back out, I did it again.
Yeah,
I lost my father. I lost my father sitting in treatment. You know, some of the last words,
me
like
too.
he was a recovering
Yeah,
alcoholic. You know, for me, the treatment I was at allowed me to speak to him on video chat. He walked into the hospital thinking, he said, maybe if I have this surgery, when Deborah gets home, I'll be okay. He never walked out. You know,
yeah,
I got to speak to him, and I promised him on his deathbed, you know, he couldn't answer me, he couldn't speak to me, but he could hear me because they told me the last thing that goes, they're hearing. So, and
yeah.
I promised him that I would be the best mother, daughter, sister, friend, everything that he knew that I would be. And he had tears roll down his face. Like I knew that he could hear me, but I know that he heard me. You
Yeah.
know, and that's
Oh
the
yeah,
thing. We have to make people because sometimes we can't apologize for things that we've done. You know, we
oh
can't
yeah,
do things for people that we've lost. You know, we can't go back and change what we've done. All we do is look at those things, use them as a learning experience, and make a better day right now because that's all we
oh
got.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
oh
know, I
yeah.
go tomorrow. I go, and like I've said it before, and I think I said it on here. I don't want to die famous. I want to die sober, and I want to help at least
Oh yeah.
one person.
Please.
One person. If
Right.
I help one person, and then my purpose. You know.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure.
That is so cool. I am so happy. I am so happy for you.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at you with that baby.
I,
Yay, that's awesome. Like
thought,
seriously.
yeah. Who would have thought it? You know, like me, the dope fiend, the junkie, the whore, the thief, the liar, the home wrecker, like all these things. You know what I mean? Like And I sit back and like when I talk to my clients, I'm like the things that I've done, and I share my story. They don't know me, and I don't know them.
Yeah.
But if I feel like I share my story, there's somebody in that room that needs to hear it. There's somebody on
Oh
these
yeah.
screens that needs to hear it. Like there's a purpose for it. But I
Yeah.
sit back and I think, and I'm like, damn, like all the stuff that you missed out on. But if I keep myself so focused on what's in my rear view mirror, I'm going to trip over.
My dryer. I'm sorry.
What the?
Great. And then,
It's okay.
I'm like looking around. Is anybody gonna help? No. Okay.
It, it's but
It's all right.
that's, I think even like Kelly Roll actually says that he said, your rear view mirror is smaller than your windshield for a reason. Like, and that's never rang so true to me. You know what I mean? Because we
Yes.
can become fixated on what we've done in our past that we trip over and deem ourselves shorter than what we deserve because of something that we've done in our past. And people
Yeah,
still going to
that's so
judge
true.
us. People still
Yeah.
going to judge us. They're not going to
Yeah.
like us. They don't have to. Because at the
Oh
Nope.
end of the
yeah.
day, when I lay my head down, as long as Deborah's good with Deborah and I tried to help somebody and I did no harms, the rest of them can kiss my ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just it. You
Exactly.
know? If I do
Exactly.
it
That
to my
is so
own,
true.
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
I used for so many years that as the opposite excuse. Like, everyone thinks everyone thinks I'm gonna get high anyways. I might as well just do it. But now it's funny because I feel the same way because half the reason I stay clean is just so I could tell them fuck you, like just so like I
Yeah.
could just
give them a tall glass of haterade and a saw to suck that
yep,
shit up. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
keep on sipping, honey, and
Oh
keep
yeah.
watching. Because
Yeah.
at
I'm sure people are seeing this podcast right now, like, oh, these three. Look at them. They're back again.
it's fine.
I mean,
But I'm sure most people would have already thought that we would have been 6 feet under by now.
Yeah.
oh
But
yes.
here we are still thriving, and that just goes to show, like, my biggest thing I tell people is when you feel like giving up on somebody, if you've got a loved one in addiction, like, just give them a little more faith, don't give up because there's still that hope. Because why? Because they're still above this side of the ground. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yes.
Just keep that little bit of faith in somebody, and that's all they need. Mandy, you talked about it, just that one person, if even a stranger.
Yeah.
Like, we're strangers.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
strangers. They don't know us. They don't
Right.
know
Yes.
us. But if they watch
Yeah.
this and they're struggling, we can give them some faith, hope, and inspiration that as long
Yep.
as they want it, they stay sober.
Absolutely.
It could
Because
save
I
their
know that
life.
baby right there is enough for the whole podcast. It's
Yes.
a
I
beauty
know, and
queen.
this is like my is my fourth grandbaby, you know, so
Oh my God.
I get to be present, man, and it's those little
Yay.
things, because had I not been sober, he would have never allowed me in this baby's life, and the other ones wouldn't have either. They would have went on about their day just like they did when I was in jail,
Yeah.
institutions, whatever. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And they don't have to let us back in. All they want is our time.
Yep.
That's
Oh yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That is it. No matter
They
how
just,
old they get, I'm telling you. I'm telling you,
oh, I
because Christopher lives with me, and I still like he'll come up to me, random hugs, just little stuff. I'll be like, oh my God, yes. You know what I mean? Because he's older now. It's like, am I gonna ever lose that? But I don't think I'm going to. I think
my
I'm pretty good.
man, my baby boy, my daughter or my oldest son, I'll run to them too, but they don't depend on me as much. They don't think they do. But my baby, he called me the other day because this girl he loves so much, she moved to Florida, and he called me. I'm like, "What are you doing, son?" He said, "Mom." He said, "Where are you at, Mom?" I said, "I'm on my way to Maysville to get my nails done. Where are you at?" He said, "She's gone, Mom," and he was just
No.
bald, lost his mind. He said, "I need a hug." I said, "I'm on my way, son. I'm on my way. I'll stop." But you know, it's like those little bitty things, like, oh
Yes,
man,
absolutely.
being able to
Yes.
stop and give him a hug, you
Also,
know?
I never listen. I didn't know that you were still with the same guy, and you know I love a good love story.
Yes.
You know me. I love the love.
Yeah.
Man,
I love that. That is so cool. That's
the same guy.
awesome.
We did wait. We waited a while to get married. You know, I got 5. This is my 5th one. I ain't rushing nothing. You know, this time though, I done told him you're either gonna stick around. I'm gonna put you in the ground. Okay? I said I watch it. I watch enough ID. I ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah,
But
me too. Hey, me too. True crime
yeah,
all day.
but yeah, he's not one of us. But he loves me regardless. Let me answer this. This is my brother from prison, you guys. I'll be
Yeah.
back.
Go ahead. I'm gonna take her off until she
Okay.
comes back. Yeah. I really think she says the stuff. She knows all the stuff. I made her big
Oh,
one.
I know. I
Um,
know.
I'm trying to
She's
get back.
great.
Okay.
I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, like when she said that, how did she say it? Like that it doesn't matter how many years sober you have, but it matters what you do with those years. Like I really
I
like
like
I
that.
felt that when she said that. Yeah, because I guess that's kind of how I felt about the podcast because I've been clean since what we were in jail together
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
years ago. I mean, like, and I don't know if it was that long, but a long time. And so like, but I literally I haven't done anything. I mean, I've done stuff like with my life, like I'm married and I have kids and whatever,
Right.
but like I work just a job. I don't know. I haven't done anything that made me feel like I was paying back the debt that I've occurred with society, I guess,
Well,
because it's
this
already,
is great. And you're
yeah.
doing it with the peer support specialist too.
Yes,
I
yes,
knew you would love that. I'm so happy. That is so
I do.
great.
I really do love, I love it. And the instructor's really good. And just, I don't know, I haven't, I guess, really talked about a lot of my story. I actually am doing a meeting with a fellow that's going to do a segment on the show, but in exchange for me to do a meeting, speak at one of his meetings, and
Okay.
yeah, so I'm excited for that because I have not told my story in that kind of setting in a long time. And so I was kind of like talking to my husband about it a little bit earlier today, and gosh, shoo, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like I don't think about it for good reason, but I guess it's time, it's needed
Oh yeah.
to take
Oh
my
yeah. This is going to be great for you, and this is going to be great for so many other people too. Like seriously.
yeah.
I really believe that. I know I'm already been spreading the word to all my people. So
Yeah.
and then they think it's great. As soon as I start talking about it, they're like, oh my God, that's so great. And I'm like, yeah, because we need more of this. We
Yeah.
need more of this. That is the truth.
Yeah. Just a place where, like I want, addiction is so weird because like I don't know, we push everybody away, we burn all of our bridges, like it isolates you, like it's, it just
Yes.
it can make you feel all alone. And then so by the time that we are ready to quit, like, because we lie and steal and manipulate our family and our loved ones so much that by the time we really are ready, they don't believe us and they pretty much tell us to fuck off, you know? So, like,
Okay.
I don't know. So I feel like maybe people need this, you know, maybe people need to know that people do care and it does get better. Like, even though, you know, it may suck right now, it is.
No, I totally agree with that. I really do. And I was just thinking, I think it was the other day, like, because I was thinking about what I was going to speak on or whatever. Because, like, I'm more of like a wing it type of girl. I don't know. I just always have been. But because it just, my best ideas come to me when I'm winging everything. That's not good. Okay, but seriously, but I was thinking to myself how lonely I was, and
Yeah.
how I felt like, because I didn't have anybody, I had fucked everybody over. I mean,
Yeah.
who did I have? You know what I mean?
Right.
And I remember feeling like so desperate and lonely. Like, why am I even here? Like, so I would just went through like the darkest place. Like, I did not want to be here. Like, thank God I didn't have the balls to really do what I had planned to do, because I didn't feel like what was the point? You know,
Right.
I had messed everybody over. I was looking at a jail sentence. I was doing, you know, so what is the point to even want to keep going? And I know
Right.
for a fact that that is how so many people feel. And
Yeah.
just right now, like, even like we could be talking and there could be this one person out there homeless thinking that they're not worth it, and they are. Like,
Yeah.
if I could just, like, if I could tell anybody just one thing, it would be just hold on, just one,
Yeah.
you know, one more day, just hold on, just one more day, because you do mean something to people. Even if I don't know you from Adam, but you mean something to me, and I would want the best for you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Genuinely, like, you could hit me up, talking to me anytime,
Yeah.
and I would freely talk to you
Yeah.
if it meant
Absolutely.
saving somebody's. You know what I mean? I would absolutely love to do that.
Yeah, because
So
people feel like they're not worth it, or they feel like it doesn't matter because they fucked over everybody and everybody doesn't want anything to do with them. But like, I promise, man, like, if you put in the work, the people, like I said earlier, that are supposed to come to your lives will. Like, if you know, the people that really matter most of
oh
the
yeah,
time, if you truly get sober and they can see that, like, it really does get better. Like, yeah, hang on. If all the support in the world you have right now is us on here, like, you hang on to it and grab it, because it will get better. Like you
oh
said, one
yes,
more day, like tomorrow you'll find another resource of us, will point you in the right direction, like, for sure.
exactly. And there are so many resources. Like, I don't know. Like, they could be tuning in from, I don't, anywhere. Like, I'm Maysville. So, like, I could tell you some resources around here, you know what I mean? But, like, I
Right.
could, but if I didn't know, I would damn sure look it up for you. You know
Right.
what I
Girl,
mean?
Yeah, well,
Because
let me find out you're in Maysville and I'm in Vanceburg and I ain't seen your ass yet.
yes, I just moved down here.
Yeah. I think it's important to remember, like, hope. It's hold on, pain ends. You know what I mean? Like, there's
yeah.
light at
Oh
the end of
yeah,
the tunnel. You just got to keep pushing. Just don't give up on yourself, because nobody else is going to get us sober or keep us sober. We do it for ourselves. You know,
Right.
sometimes it takes an outside force, but believe in yourself. You know, you got to want to recover just as much as you did getting that next one. You know,
Yep.
so
yes, absolutely.
Yep.
I so agree.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's tough because, like, I know I said a little bit last week about, like, I have family members that are still using, and I know how other people have felt about me, because I just want to tie them up and lock them in the closet, you know, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? But just like me,
yes,
you
I
know, I
did.
wasn't gonna quit until I decided for myself,
Until
you know
you're
what I
ready.
mean? Because it's funny, the
Yes,
same things that I used as excuses to get high, I use as my reasons to stay clean. Like, it's all about us and where we're at and our perspective at the
yes.
time. And it's just, that's crazy addiction. It's just, it baffles me now. Like, you know, I always consider myself to be a pretty intelligent person, and to sit and think about the things that I've done, like, I don't know.
Oh my God, yeah. And hey, that was my best idea at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, at that time, I was like, hey, this is great. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? We're getting ready to go rob this dope boy. We're going to come up on some money. You don't think this is a great idea? Because
Yeah,
I think
great
that's
idea.
my guy. You know what I mean? And that's where my thought process was. And that's what I did
Like,
many a
it's like,
times.
it was a good day. The sun was shining, so we was using that to get high. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
how it was.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't even
Yeah.
matter.
Right.
Yeah.
If the sun was shining, then we should probably get high because we feel good. If it was rainy, we should probably get high because, because we're
It's a
gloomy,
shitty
so
day.
now we're sad. It's a
Yeah.
shitty day. So I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'll figure out I stubbed my toe walking through this room just now, so I need at least a fucking hour.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That calls for a big celebration because I stubbed my toe. That's it. We're going. You know what I mean? Oh, I know.
Yeah. I think it's crazy. We can look back at the links and we can sit here and talk for hours and hours about this because all three of us are fucking wilder than a buck deer in headlights. You know what I mean? But but to
I
see where
know.
we've come from, like, and them buck deers is out right now because tomorrow's opening day of hunting. So they run.
Right.
But at the same time, like, I remember, like, when it got so bad, I would leave my kids. I'd leave them home.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I was a good mom. I was this, I was that. I was a sick mom. I love my
Yeah.
kids more than anything in the world, but my kids didn't keep me sober. You know what I mean? And it sucks, but it's true, man. Like,
Oh,
they didn't
yeah.
keep
It's
me
so
sober.
true.
Yeah, and I would do anything in the world for them and my grandkids and the people that they're with. I would do anything in the world for them today. And I see that
Yeah.
because I have to, anytime, like, I tell on my addiction. Like, one day I come home and I was like, honey? And he's like, what is it? And I was like, you know what I thought about doing? And he said, what? This has been maybe a year ago. And I said, I thought about getting high. He said, what's wrong with you? He said, what's going on? He said, evaluate your life. And I was like, oh, I am. I was still
Yeah.
a full-time college student, full-time job, just everything going on, But I was like, I tell on my addiction today because I know for 1 second I can't dummy myself down to think that I can go drink a 24 pack of beer. Yeah, I'm going to be laid out. But what if I say that I can drink beer today? I'm going to have my drug of choice in me before the end of the week.
Yep.
That's just how it
Oh,
goes
yeah.
for me.
Yep.
Absolutely. Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. Absolutely. Because that one thing is
Yeah.
going to lead to something more. And you know what? I got a cat and I'm getting ready to kick its butt on here.
No, you
It's
ain't.
digging my
You're gonna love
fucking
it.
couch. It's digging my couch. Listen, I got 12 kittens. So if anybody on here knows anybody, I'm your girl. Come get them. Okay, because my 2 cats had kittens. I'm trying to get rid of them. Nobody wants to let me surrender there. They want to charge me for each cat.
Let me
So
just tell
it's
you
just-
that I remember you getting people to send you random pictures of random ass cats.
Yes. Girl.
I love cats. Hey, but I'm drowning now in them.
Do you remember Tam Tam's big cat? Well, her sister's cat, French Fry.
Oh
Yes.
my God. I loved that cat.
I had some pictures random. My husband was going through my pictures just so that, like, we were going through together, but he had this stack of pictures and he was like, what the hell is this? There's like, and it was like a grill and some just weird shit where they had sent me pictures just so I could get pictures. Like it was like a grill and a cat and a flower or something. I don't know.
A flower pot. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. They call
Some
my
of
name
the
from
best-
alcohol.
Yes,
Some of the best relationships, friendships that I made have been in jail institutions, man. They just are. Like, you meet some of the realest people inside them walls, and like, we made the best out of it. We just
Oh
did.
my God.
And Tam and her family, man, they made sure every one of us was included in almost everything that they did. That's good
They
people,
were great.
Good people, yeah.
Yeah,
Great,
good,
great people. Great, amazing
honest
people.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
we
absolutely.
talked earlier about our street, but if you think about it really, like, and look back at, we were already then, because that's what it was, is we didn't want it, like, we're all in the same mindset, and we didn't want to be around the dumb shit, because everybody's not in the place we were, because I was that dumb motherfucker in the day room, slapping the table and hollering and shit.
Yeah.
Prior to, like, which we still did get a little wild sometimes, but
I still talk about I was trying to teach my husband and my sister and her husband how to play euchre. You know, I said I used to play euchre with the best of them. You know, like I said, you know how many
Yes.
ramen noodles and little Debbie cakes that we won up in that motherfucker? Like we live life.
Yes. The euchre tournaments hey, that was some serious stuff. You didn't play about the euchre tournaments.
Yes.
Nobody was
Yeah,
playing about the tournaments.
I get on to him. I say, that's table talk. You ain't allowed to do that shit.
Like, hey, reach your toothbrush.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, or yeah, get that shit out of here. You're fucking cheating. Nobody wants to play with cheater.
Oh man.
Or getting down to the last table and be like, I hate playing against them. They're fucking cheaters. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're
Oh man. But we still played and we had a blast. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I've ran into a lot of people. I've ran into a lot of people that hated that jail, and jail's not good for anybody. But I met some of the realest motherfuckers in that jail. You know what I mean? Like I really did.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, that place, Campbell County and Grand County saved my life. And that is, hey, I have a whole new appreciation for law enforcement. I just want to let you know now. No, I really do. I really do. Because I was a dumbass. I was a dumbass. I was like, fuck 12. How stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You
it's
better
just,
say that with that probation officer.
yeah, you got to. No, but seriously, the truth is it's really the truth. You do yeah, like, and my fiance is like, I was a correctional officer for 2 years. I'm like, I know, babe.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we gave them in my county jail. They hated for me to come in there. Like they already knew I was hell on wheels, man. Like taking the boat and beating it off the door, throwing water on it. You know, like girl, who gets people pepper sprayed for fun? I did on New Year's, and then asked the guys across the hall to turn up. They was crickets. They wasn't about getting pepper sprayed.
That's so funny. The fall's about to drop. I'm going to the hole. About to get pepper sprayed.
No, they take us to stateside so they could get cigarettes because the guys was over there. So we just got our way. That's what I'm saying. We knew how to get our way.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yes. Yes, absolutely.
I was saying the other day about how, like, you know, how many times I've been to like treatments and stuff or probation, whatever, and I would just say whatever I had to say or do whatever I had to do to get out of that room or away from them, out of the situation, whatever it might be, to get down the road to get high. Like, it just, I don't know, it just baffles me the way I, like, yeah, because
Isn't that crazy?
The lies I told, man, were so elaborate too. Like, dude, like people be believing. I'd be believing myself sometimes. I'm like,
Absolutely.
remember what was real and what fucking was, because I don't even know sometimes. Like,
yeah, because I mean that's where we live.
Perception become our reality.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
I knew
that is so true.
I knew them feds could see me through my phone, and you couldn't tell me any different. Okay.
Yeah. Plugging up your camera. They're checking me through the camera. Yeah.
Girl, full flight from reality. I'm grateful today that it's a shard, not life, okay? Like, for real. It's a shard, not life for me, okay?
Yep.
Yes.
And I'm grateful that we can sit here and laugh at our dumbass selves, man, because everybody everybody's not still here to laugh at themselves. Like,
no, you're right.
Dumb shit, and I will laugh at myself because I was a dumbass.
Oh yeah.
And I will
me too.
You already know.
That's a lot about the space too, is that, like, I want to not have to hide the messy parts of our life like that, because we did that.
No.
And that is literally the stuff that got us to where we are right now. Like,
yeah, that's what I was just about to say. That messy stuff is what made us who we are today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely
so. We've talked for a whole hour now, so
I'm sure we have.
We could probably talk about 3 or 4 more.
Yeah, I know for sure. So I hope to have you both back with me anytime you guys want. You know, I love you both. And
Yes.
thank you so much for participating. Like I said in my first little episode of Calls Out, I just wanted us to have a space where we could sit here and say all the fucks and dams and ones that we wanted and not have
Absolutely.
a worry.
Hey, I think this was a great. Hey, I think we did great. This was a great lineup.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I don't think anything
we'll
can
be
even
back.
come for us after this episode.
No.
It's like a bad case of the clap. You can't get rid of our asses.
Yeah.
We're back.
We're back together again, you know? Like just
Yeah.
all right, guys. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.